after the last funeral I went to in 1993, I relocated to Virginia Beach, and I started working for a company, and I became a professional. I worked there for 10 years, and I remember going to the boss one day and saying, you know, where's my promotion? When do I get to move up in this field that I know so much about after 10 years of service? And he basically said, you're not educated.
Definitely, education, I was always taught, is the process of bringing that which is already in you, bringing it out of you.
You know, a lot of my success now as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, as a TV personality, DJ, ball player, all of that, to the idea that when I was at Wesleyan University, I learned how to think.
And it was one of those defining moments for me that made me realize that this is how I'm going to always be perceived, as uneducated. Even though I had 10 years in the technology field, I was still looked at as being uneducated. And the very next day, I signed up for college.
While I'm an elected official and I could lose an election at any given moment, my education and my credentials could never be taken away from me.
Internships were the way for me. I've probably done 7, 8 internships. I worked at record labels and radio stations and fashion houses and cable networks. I mean, you name it. I really just wanted to learn every asset of the business and just really decide what it is that I wanted to do. So
we started going to auditions, more professional auditions, did a little extra work in movies and just kept it up. I think perseverance is super important.
So my first, I guess, big job or big gig that everybody was really excited about, especially my family, was on Telemundo. I was hosting a show called The Roof, which was a live 2-hour video countdown show with dancers, a DJ. I had no idea what I was doing at the time. Like I said, it was my first gig, but I walked on that set every single day like a sponge, just trying to absorb as much information as I could and get better and better at it.
As artists, a lot of us we're very good with emotion and creation and imagination, but when it comes to finance, sometimes that slips through the cracks.
Before I went to college, I was under the impression that you had to save up to go to college, but it turned out that you know, there was financial aid available, there was different scholarships available that actually helped me pretty much cover a large portion of my bill.
I was able to pay my degree in criminal justice from Don Jay College, luckily through financial aid.
I got a scholarship from a company in Puerto Rico, which I got the scholarship by doing a lot of letters to different companies. So they actually gave me money to go to school.
When you're in college, you know, there are a lot of people out there with applications to get you to apply for credit cards. You know, they're like, hey, get a free slice of pizza, and you get a credit card. And they're like, oh, wow, you know, I don't mind that slice.
So I did all the vacations, and I bought all my books on my credit card, and I accumulated a lot of debt.
We kind of taught to be materialistic and to go out there and spend the money that you have as quickly as possible.
So you have to be really, really smart with your money, and I wish somebody would have given me that advice early on.
I feel so proud to let people know that I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Boricua, I'm Latino.
It influences the way I talk, the way I walk. It is the sway that gives me my swagger.
People want to be a part of this movement, and so I have received so much success in part to not only working hard, but giving my culture and sharing it with other people.
But we are kind of like tastemakers, you know? And we're cool. So people look to us to see what's cool.
So being a Latino is not just the fact that we speak Spanish, it's a whole lifestyle.
We have given the world some beautiful people, music, food, culture, and art.
I hope that all urban Latinos start to work together under the Latino umbrella so that we can push together a strong Latino agenda.
And anyone who considers themselves Latino, you know, that's an inherent characteristic to not only be mindful of yourself, but to be mindful of a community, not just your family, a whole community.
What solfrito means, the nach, is basically soul is the essence.
Soul is the thread that carries me as a DJ.
We all have that soul freak inside of us, but it's up to us to bring it out and blast it to the world.
So we're basically like the sazon to all the bland things out there.
It's just a feel good Latin feeling.